and welcome to a review of this, a Toyota Yaris. This is a 2014 1.5 automatic hybrid, and as the title of this video suggests, this is quite possibly the most reliable and best small car you can buy on the market right now. Yes, they are expensive, but they pay you back handsomely. And look at it. Doesn't it look lovely? I absolutely love this front. Nice, aggressive front grille there. Angry looking lenses. Belies the cute little number that it is. The overall design and proportions are just bang on for a city car, as you can see. And as you'll see from the inside, the dimensions in terms of space, not bad. It's cute little car. It's not very masculine, so it'll probably cater more to the female market than the male market. But if you're after something with great fuel economy, you can't beat this one. So shall we have a look at the inside? Look at this. So design wise, it's nothing to write home about. It's got a mixture of nice soft plastics there, but some hard plastics, but it's very robust. Things I don't like, these chip very easily because it's brittle plastic, but it's compensated by slightly better quality material on the rest of the dash. As you can see, it's nice and squishy there. The seats are nice and forgiving and comfortable, and they're quite high up, so if you're elderly or you got mobility difficulties, they're very easy to get in and out of. So in that regard, in terms of accessibility, it's very good. And the way it's designed, the roof is really good and the opening is very wide. So again, if you got elderly relatives or you got mobility difficulties, this car is absolutely fantastic to get in and out of. And the interface, everything is very nicely logically laid out, easy to use, quite, you know, understandable. AC there, fan off there, so it's all nice and easy. This one's got the normal radio and a reverse camera, and the resolution's not that great, but for a car of this class, it's very rare to get reverse camera at that time, so that's a fantastic little feature that we take for granted these days, but back then it was a luxury that was provided as standard by Toyota. In this particular car, the previous owner did add the optional extra rear sensors. They are extra, and on this one they're a bit stingy with the spec. You've only got front electric windows. You have got electric mirrors, but they're manually adjusting. But as you can see from that button there, you got keyless stop start, so that's a nice little feature. Anyone can tell me what that's for. That will be much appreciated, because I have no idea what that's for. Gloves, not damped obviously, but not expected for the class, but nice and spacious, so that's really good. You've got auxiliary connection, you've got cigarette lighter there, and obviously you've got the CVT gearbox, which is excellent. And look, I really like the fact that it's got a good old traditional handbrake, and all the buttons for the EV mode etc are there, but you never really use it. Just leave it in normal mode and let it do its job. So as you can see, interior is nothing to write home about, but it's functional, it's accessible, and that's all you need really for this sort of car. And in the back, this is one of the drawbacks of this car, in that the leg room's not that great, but who are going to be in the back here? They're going to be children, so you can easily fit 3 children in here and they'll be more than comfortable in the back. Unfortunately, there's no little USB connections in the back or anything like that, and it got roll down windows here in this Icon spec. I think in the top of the range XL you do get rear electric windows, but other than that, it is what it is, basic. The seat bolsters are actually quite long, so long journeys is not too bad. One thing you do need to bear in mind, because it's the hybrid battery is down there, so this seat is slightly raised up than the equivalent petrol only model. So when you do sit, I'm 5'6", I've got enough headroom, but you do feel a little bit upright there, but I'm more than comfortable, to be honest with you. It's a little less comfortable than the petrol model, but considering the fuel economy, etc., gains that you get, that's worth the sacrifice. And when you've got little kids in the back there, they won't notice the difference. So it's nice forgiving back there. It's just leg room's not perfect. If we have a look at the boot, one of the weaknesses of the previous first generation Yaris was the absolutely minuscule boot, but this generation makes up for it in spades. Look at that. Obviously, as common with this class, huge load lip. I mean, there is a little bit there where you can put a false floor, but that's not provided on this one. And I tried to put this on there and it doesn't stay, so I'm sure you can buy it on eBay or something like that. But otherwise, it's a nice huge boot. Just a shame about the boot lip there, but you can't have it all. I'm just happy that they've got a reasonable boot now. You can put your buggy and your shopping in there. Fantastic. So, without further ado, let's go for a little drive. So the pickup is really sprightly. The hybrid mated to this 1.3 really does give it that get up and go. So the pickup is fantastic for such a little car. Really peppy, and the steering is super light and sharp. Normally these Japanese cars feel a bit woolly, but the steering is really nice and direct, and this feels like a go-kart. Darting around town is fantastic. Visibility is really good all round. The mirrors are really nice and big, and it being such a small car is just great for these tight spaces like we've got here. The brakes are nice and sharp. Look at that, really good. Suspension not too bad, a little bit bouncy, the suspension, but it's typical for a short wheelbase car like this in the Super Mini range. So in terms of drive comfort and things like that, it's really good. I mean, the Polo is has got a slightly more sophisticated driving dynamics than this, but overall it's not bad at all. It's on par for the class in terms of overall ride comfort, but really peppy. Look at this. Oh, nice. Picks up so nicely. You'll have no problem keeping up with traffic or motorway driving. So fantastic in terms of overall power, and you've got the fuel economy to match. So what's there not to like? So fantastic driving skills, driving dynamics for this car. Brilliant. Let's go for a final review. There you have it. It's a lovely, cute looking car that drives so nice, like a go-kart. Has that pep that you can drive it around in town with no problems, and on the motorway to boot. Quite often the problem with these small cars is they're not really good on the old motorway, but this one, it's more than strong enough to hold its own, and you get over 60 miles per gallon to boot. And of course, safety wise, it's fantastic. Reliability, there is not another small car that can match this car for reliability, and also running costs are minuscule. It costs pennies to run this car. Parts are cheap, and of course, with the Toyota's 10-year guarantee, if you service it at Toyota, you can get 10-year guarantee on this car. The guarantee from Toyota automatically renews for an additional year, up to 10 years or 100,000 miles, and of course you get the hybrid warranty and the to boot as well. So what is there not to like about this car? The only downside is maybe it's not as insulated, or the ride isn't as grown up as the Polo, but overall nothing can match it for overall running costs. It's good, it's got really nice looks, fantastic driving dynamics, low insurance, for the perfect small city car that can also take you on the motorway without a fuss. So that's it. The only thing I would say, yes, because it's not to do with the car, it's to do with the road tax situation. So these cars are free road tax, but you got to get the pre-2017 models in the UK, because after 2017, because the government changed its regulations, the same car on a 17 plate will set you back about 155 or 180 pounds, I think now, in road tax per year. But if you get a pre-2017 model like this one, it's free road tax, so happy days. So there you go, the number one small car that you can buy under 10 grand. So there's my pick. Hope you like and subscribe, and see you later everyone.